Oh, wow, you guys are already here. Great. Let's get started. So I'm doing a quick little live stream just to do a Q&A. I've noticed that there's a lot of questions just on the normal videos that I'm posting, and I wanted to give you guys a chance just to get an answer from me because a lot of the videos that you guys are seeing being published right now are actually pre-uploaded. They're done in advance. So I make them weeks before they usually come out. And what that does is when you guys leave a comment or you ask me a question under that video, I might not be able to reply to that for a month because the videos are pre-scheduled. They're all made in advance. Now, I'm hoping to actually kick into daily videos pretty soon, so that would be exciting. And I'll be able to answer way more questions that way. How's it going? Lots of people coming in here. Tark, welcome. Mohammed, nice to see you. Toya, great to see you here. How to be free of it, overthinking, how to deal with girlfriend jealousy. Okay, great. So you guys can start posting questions in there. I can't promise that I'll answer every single one, but I will try my very, very best. Hi from Germany, Stefan. Welcome, welcome, Daniel, Dodo. Great to have you guys here. Wow. Wow, okay, that's fantastic. I'm glad you guys are joining us. Let me see here. How to overcome depression. Well, I can tell you how I did it. We'll kick it off on that one. The way that I overcame depression is I started doing things that made me happy. So for me, it was making videos, it was being in a good relationship, it was eating healthy food, it was exercising a lot more. I mean, I used to be 95 kilograms, I weigh about 58 kilograms now. A lot of that growth just happened from me having fun, doing exercise that I enjoy, team sports, biking, bicycle, skiing, just good, fun stuff. And I feel like depression usually comes from a place where, you're feeling like you have to be doing a lot of things that you really don't have to be doing. You feel forced. Maybe you're going to school, you don't like it. You have a job, you don't enjoy it. You're in relationships, you're not happy. And the quickest way to exit all of that is just exit all of that and do other stuff that actually then makes you happy and that you enjoy. So if you want to escape depression fast, that's the way to do it. Great to have you all here. Please post your questions in the live chat and I'll try to get as many as I can. Okay, great. Stary Karina, how to learn to love yourself? Great question. So self-love is probably one of the most difficult things to give advice on, but I think it just starts with acceptance. So if you accept all your flaws, all the things that you don't like about you, and you say, you know what, it's okay. These things I don't like about me, but it's okay that I have them. Everybody has flaws. So if you embrace your imperfection, if you embrace what you already have, then it's easy, because if you're okay with you, that's the beginning. I feel that's the fundamental to self-love, because without that, I mean, good luck, right? You can try to pretend, you can try to use affirmations, but if you can't fully accept who you are, then none of that is really going to work anyway. So that's I'm going to try to get through as many questions as quickly as I can. So pardon me if it's not an in-depth answer, but I do want to get to all of you. I feel like you all deserve time, energy from me. Just thank you guys so much for all the support. The channel's been growing a lot. It hasn't even been, I'm going to be honest, it hasn't been my priority. I've been working with a lot of different companies. I have a lot of coaching clients. So it's not been at the forefront of my mind. I've been putting out one video a week. I used to do dailies. I often did daily uploads, and I want to get back into that. But I really want to take some time just to tell you that I care. I really, really appreciate every single one of you that likes my videos, shares my videos, comments on the videos. Just the support is incredible. And if I go back just 4 or 5 years, I literally didn't have 100 subscribers. Nobody was watching my videos. And I'm just grateful for everything that's happened, and for you guys, every single one of you that's in here watching right now, asking questions. So I'm trying to give back as much as I possibly can. How to get respect in the office without begging for respect. I actually think that asking for respect is one of the worst things you could possibly do. So if you start saying, hey, you don't respect me, what that's going to do is it's just going to create less respect. So don't do that. If you want respect, act respectfully. Respect others. Act the way you want to be treated. Like, treat others the way you want people to treat you. It's ancient. but it works. So if you respect other people, chances are they will respect you. I found that the times where people disrespect me, it's usually because I did something to offend them, or, typically people will respect each other by default. But if for some reason they're challenging you or they're not respecting you and you still want to try to overcome that, I'm telling you, you're going to have a hard time. And so most of the time, it's better to just forget about it, move on, work with better people. I don't know what's going on here, the autofocus. And then that way, you don't have to try to win respect all the time, because trying to win respect looks really weak. So don't try to win respect. Just do things that are in alignment to who you are. Don't self-sacrifice. Don't act out of alignment with your morals. And then people are forced to respect you because you're just a conscious, self-aware, passionate, driven human being. Let's keep going. Girlfriend jealousy, Dimitri. Stara Karina, you're welcome, by the way. I'm glad I could answer your question. Dimitri, girlfriend jealousy, please need help. Love your videos. Thank you. I appreciate that, Dimitri. So what are you talking about? What kind of girlfriend jealousy? Is it from her to you or from you to her? Could you post that real quick in the live chat? There are a lot of people from India here. I actually really appreciate that. That's great. That's exciting. That's a new audience. So all you guys, welcome, welcome. My mind always thinks about past and worries. So I'm looking from me to her. Okay, great, Dimitri. So thank you for following up on that. Yeah, if it's you that's jealous of her, look at what's going on inside of you. Because if you're insecure, if you're worried that she's gonna be with someone else, if you're thinking, she's cheating on me, anything like that, that insecurity is actually what will drive her away even further. So I really recommend the book for this. It's called The Way of the Superior Man by David Data. And it teaches you just as a man how to, stand in your masculinity, not be weak, not sort of like this kind of flaky, afraid to lose her, just generally kind of driving people away from you, not just women, not just your intimate partner, but also other people. So it just shows you how to get your energy right. But for the most part, what it comes down to is just you accepting that you probably feel insecure, and that's an issue that you have. It's not her problem. It's not her. It's just that she's triggering it in you. And so whatever she's triggering in you, you go address it. You work on that. You figure out a way. And that's something that's going to take time. I'm not saying that you're going to stop being jealous because, boom, 1 second I gave you this advice and then everything's great. I mean, if you have jealousy problems, if you're a jealous type of person, you're probably not going to shift overnight. But if you go in, do the deep work, study, read, actually really discover what's going on inside you, the real question is, why am I jealous? That's the real question. Why? Well, because I'm worried that she'll end up with someone else. Oh, well, okay, that's interesting. Well, why am I worried about that? Well, because my last partner left me. Well, now there we go. It's your baggage, right? So what about that relationship didn't work? Why did that person leave you? Well, we just weren't the right fit. Okay, well then why would you worry about this new person? Is this new person a good fit? Well, yes, they are. Actually, we're perfect. We're like soulmates. Well, in that case, what are you really worried about? Because it's nothing like the last experience. You're just using a bad reference experience as proof that something's going to go wrong. And now you're overthinking and anticipating things to go wrong, which means you'll probably push her to doing something to hurt you. So hopefully that helps. John and Mia. Hey, Raphael, love your videos. I have one question not related to self-help, but more business. What is one thing you've done that helped you grow your business and get people watching you? Thank you. That's a great question, John and Mia. I appreciate it from you guys. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing that I did is I just made consistent content and I just talked about things that I like talking about. I've tried running huge promotions. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on advertising, if not almost 100,000. And a lot of that has created some results. But to be completely honest, the most effective thing I've ever seen, it's going to sound corny, but it's marketing from the heart. It's where you just share stuff that you like talking about. So if you're into fishing, go fish, film it, talk about it, have fun, be passionate. And then people are drawn to that. It's the energy more so than it is the strategy. People get very caught up in technique. They want to know what's the trick so that I can get more views. The truth is I had no views for about 6 months of the beginning of my channel. And even the next 6 months I had no views. And even now I get like 1,000 views per video. I don't care, because the point for me is to develop a deep relationship with my audience and share from my heart. And then from there, you feel like you already know me, you're connected to me. That way, when you reach out to me and we decide to work together, if you want to be my client or if you want to do a business with me and you want to partner or whatever it is, we're already connected. And so it's easy. And I don't need everybody to buy from me. I only need a few people. I only need maybe 5 really high paying clients a month, or I could do 20 a little less paying clients a month. For example, I have plenty of businesses where I'm a partner. So I have ownership in the businesses with the people that I do coaching with. And so in that scenario, you see, I could go the route where I try to sell a bunch of programs, but I don't have to, because even just 5 people that are deeply connected with me, that are on that high level, create more than enough income. So try to think outside the box. Don't get caught up in numbers. I think that's the wrong way to think about it. And I find that people that are trying to go for 1 million subscribers usually have the wrong strategy, and they usually end up failing pretty drastically. So I would stay away from that. Hopefully that's a good answer. And there's so much coming in. Sorry I cannot keep up. I will try to answer as much as I can, but I appreciate you guys so much. If you're enjoying this live stream, do hit the thumbs up just to let me know. That means I'll do it again. If you guys are enjoying it and you like it, I'll pop in. I'll try to do it once a week or so. Random times, so just look out for it. Have notifications on. But yeah, if you do enjoy it, give it a little thumbs up and we'll keep it going. We'll do it again. Hey, Raphael, you changed my life. Well, thank you. I'm grateful to help. How do you apply? Okay, so I'll try to get to another good question here. How can I quit mobile phone addiction? From Jew71. Good question. The mobile phone addiction is pretty easy. You turn it off and you just don't use it. And you make a rule for yourself and you say, you know what? Actually, in fact, one of the best things you can do is just sell it, honestly, or just store it away. I mean, I've done this before where I just turn my phone off and I just leave it. I don't care. What that does is it just disconnects you. It gives you freedom. And try it for a day. You'll see. You probably don't need it nearly as much as you think. Like, our smartphones are not nearly as valuable as what we imagine them to. A lot of the times you could be reading a book or even just meditating for an hour and you'll have a way bigger breakthrough, way more insight, much bigger, higher quality epiphany, and you'll be happier for it. So that's easy. You just turn it off. It's not hard. It's not hard. You turn it off. You're not really addicted. You're hooked. Yes, you're in a loop. Yes, but you have the ability to turn it off. You have the ability to put it away anytime. If you wanted to stop right now, you could turn this off and just not look at it anymore. It's possible. Okay, so there's a lot of questions, guys. I'm gonna try to scroll down. I appreciate the likes. Thank you, guys. Dimitri, thank you so much. It really made me smile. So happy to hear from you. You're such a great person with a huge heart. Well, thank you. I really, really appreciate those kind words. It means a lot. Sorry if you're seeing my fingers come up here in the screen. I'm trying to keep up. You're a real inspiration. I had a down phase, but you were one of the guys that helped me to think outside the box. So now I started my own business. That's great, Stefan. I'm really, really happy for you. How did you improve your speaking? Do you like Elliot Hulse? Yeah, I actually was coached by Elliot Hulse early on when I started. So that's an interesting little fact right there. Probably most of you didn't know. Let's see. How did you improve your speaking? Elliot Hulse improved my speaking. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, really, I just made videos every day. That was easy. And then I just did events. I did, lots of company meetings. I did coaching calls and I just got good. You just do what you want to get good at and you have the intention of wanting to improve and you get good. It's really not that hard. Anything you want to get good at, you can do it. I'm not a natural speaker, by the way. I'm like the furthest from it. I had social anxiety, could barely talk to people. So if I can do it, you can do it. I promise you that. Look at my first video. You can scroll to the bottom of my channel and you'll actually see it. And it's just a tragedy. Just read at least one comment, bro. Thank you. Can we accomplish 2 goals in life? For example, be a doctor and a boxer. Yeah, of course you could. Depends to what level you want to do it. If you want to be the greatest boxer in the world, chances are, because the competition is so high, you're going to have to dedicate your entire life to it. But could you do decently well? Could you be competitive and professional and get paid for it and also practice medicine? Yeah, of course you could. Just depends to what level. I mean, you don't have to be world class at it. Maybe you just box as a hobby, right? There's options. There's options. I mean, it depends. And also, how much capacity do you have? People are different. I mean, I play instruments. I play the guitar. I play the piano. I speak, 3 languages. This is not a big deal to me. But some people only speak 1 language. But then again, they're stronger in other areas. So, they know 15 different, well, they know like 3 different programming languages, and they know how to do technical things that are way beyond me. I'm a very creative person. I'm more of an artist. So that comes easy to me. Just depends what type of person you are. How to be a career-oriented person? That's easy. Just pick a career that you actually enjoy, do something that's fun to you, and then you'll be career-focused the whole way. Answer the speaking question. Okay, I'm going to try to scroll. Elliot is a legend. Yeah, Elliot is great. I'm glad he's back on it. Could you tell me more about being coached by Elliot Host, like working with him one-on-one? Yeah, I mean, I didn't do a ton with him. A little bit of Skype coaching. It helped early on. I mean, I have my mentors that I work with steadily, but he was helpful. I did a call with him. I mean, I know he's not really doing much Skype coaching anymore, but it was fun. It was fun. I remember it's years ago now. I mean, I also work with Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters, if you guys know him. So I've had a few pretty cool big name mentors, and then I have some people that you would have never heard about, and they're pretty great as well. So let's see. Do you upload the stream? No, I'm not going to upload the stream, actually. Usually I would, but this is a Q&A, and these Q&As will just be spontaneous, and once they're gone, they're gone. So enjoy while they're here. Oh my God, I love you. Keep up the good work, and thanks for inspiring. It's so overwhelming, all the positive response. You guys, I really appreciate that. So thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. How do you rewire your brain to yield positive thoughts instead of the conventional negative ones? Well, I'd say the number one way to redo that is just content. What are you taking in? If you're watching TV, if you're watching the news, you're going to have negative content in your mind. If you're around negative people, you're going to have negative content. If you're around positive people, guess what? Content quality goes up. Your thought quality goes up. Input equals output, and the output are your thoughts. The input is your environment. It's the people around you, right? It's everything that's going on. It's what people are telling you about you. All of those things are what lead to the output of thoughts. So change that, and you change your thoughts. See, the biggest problem is if you start to try to think your way out of negative thinking. You can't do that. You'll just end up in a never-ending loop. It's a spiral, and it just doesn't end, and you'll be miserable and unhappy. So my recommendation is go listen to a really high quality audiobook with Audible or Google Play Books or whatever, the iTunes books library, whatever you have to do, or just YouTube for free. Watch some videos, watch some good videos, listen to some podcasts, and then your thoughts, the quality of them will increase pretty quickly. Let's see. How to improve retention power. I end up getting choking in exams. So just to improve your ability to focus, I would set 90-minute Pomodoro sessions where you train your brain to focus for an extended period of time. You give yourself a break. So basically it's like intervals, and you're doing spurts. They're pretty long spurts, but you're focusing your mind, and then you train it to stay concentrated for longer periods of time. You just have to put pressure on. I mean, focus is a muscle, and the more you use it, the better it gets. And if you don't use it, you lose it. So practice it over and over and over. And don't just do it when you have an exam. Don't just do it when you're in school. Do it when you're at home. Focus on learning an instrument. Focus on when you're reading something that's self-development. Focus when you're watching this video. Don't multitask. Don't go do other stuff on your computer while you're doing this. Either be here fully or don't be here at all. And that will train your brain to just get present, focus right here and right now. And then that way, it's really easy. You don't have to work on. You should upload the streams. Yeah, probably in the long run, I might. Your videos have really changed my thinking. How do you deal? I've uploaded some streams in the past too, so I do appreciate the feedback. Can you be my mentor? Yes, I can be your mentor. In fact, I'd love to work with you. I'd love to coach you. If you want to, there's probably a link right under this live stream. I believe it should be there. If you expand the description, there will be a link to my website, and you can come work with me, and you can do one-on-one coaching. Now, it's not for free. I value my time. I'd love to help as many people as possible, But at the same time, I'm also very booked out and I have a lot of clients already. And I've been going for 5 years. So it makes a lot of sense that, it's not just come in and work with me and it's easy, but you have a chance. There's a free 30-minute consultation call. And if we're a good fit, then we'll end up working together. So if you're interested in that, you can head on over. But no pressure. If it doesn't feel right to you, you don't have to worry about it. But if you really want to work with me, then there's that option. I'm trying to look for more good questions. A lot of good questions, guys. I'm sorry I can't get to every single one. Let's see. How to overcome fear of expressing myself fully and freely. The thing is, what you're trying to say is, I need to be over the fear so that I can express myself. But it's the other way around. It's express yourself and the fear goes away. So what you're telling me is, it's almost, I get this question a lot. Raphael, I have social anxiety. How do I get rid of the social anxiety? No, you talk to people and then your social anxiety goes away, not get rid of your social anxiety and then go talk to people. It doesn't work that way. You're not going to take a pill and then your social anxiety goes away. That's what people are conditioned to think, that, the symptom, I need to solve it. No, treat the cause. And the cause is you're not talking to people enough. If you have social anxiety or if you're afraid of expressing yourself, it means you don't do it enough. That's the answer. It's not about that there's something wrong with you and we need to do some deep psychological dive and, work out all your traumas. We could do that, but it won't actually fix the problem. What will fix the problem, what will make you feel good, is if you go do the thing that you're so afraid to do. Are you with me? Hopefully that makes sense. Hey, love your vids. Very educational and inspirational. Are the streams a regular thing? From Nick Liam. Appreciate the question. No, the streams are not a regular thing. I'm barely making it. Well, not barely. I am consistently putting out one video a week. I'm hoping to go to daily videos. And in the long run, maybe a stream once a week, twice a week. It depends. It depends how much good feedback. It depends how much you guys like it. If you're bombing the likes and posting tons of questions and I can't keep up and it's like blowing me away, then obviously I'm going to do it more because I can tell that, you guys want it. And if that's the case, then great. And if not, then that's okay too. We'll just do more videos. You're a kind person. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Dream Paul. That's nice of you to say. How to embrace the authentic self. Greetings from Germany. You are amazing. Thank you. Thank you again. You guys are way too kind, but I really, really, really appreciate it. The authenticity is probably one of my favorite topics ever because it's one of the things that I struggle with the most. If you see my early videos, I'm like, hey, work hard and do what you're supposed to do. Follow your passion. I'm like putting on this whole facade that's so weird. And I look at that guy and I'm like, what were you doing? That's weird. It's weird. It makes me cringe. It's like, it makes me laugh, but it makes me cringe because it's just weird looking back at how inauthentic I was. And the way I became authentic is actually, I made a video where I cried on camera. Now, I doubt you'll be able to find it because I've made so many videos. But I remember after I made that video where I just cried on camera and I just expressed myself and I let go completely. I was like, I don't care about my professional reputation. I'm just going to do, this feels right. And I just bawled my eyes out. And the response was pretty incredible. Everyone was like, oh, I hope you're okay. You're maybe pushing yourself too hard. And it had nothing to do with overworking. The reason I cried on camera is because I felt inauthentic. So I cried, had like this huge breakthrough. And then from there, the grip just released and I was able to just share authentically and I didn't have to try to put on a facade and look cool. Like right now, I'm not trying to make you guys think I'm cool. I'm not trying to look good. I mean, I'm just sitting here talking to you and hopefully you enjoy it. And if you don't, well, bye-bye. It's just being myself. And the easiest way that you can get to that is just do it right now. Just start being yourself. If you're goofy, be goofy. If you're funny, be funny. If you're kind of low energy, if you're very introverted, just be that. And don't judge yourself for it. Don't tell yourself that you have to be something that you don't have to be. Don't let other people convince you that you have to be someone that you're not. Be who you feel is true to you, and then you'll see that you're happy. And then it's easy to be authentic because guess what? You can't be happy any other way. So how could you ever be any other way? Because you wouldn't make yourself miserable just so you can fit in or make other people happy. That wouldn't make any sense. Hopefully that helps. And thank you from Germany for that question. how to be committed to something. That's a tough one, you know? That really is a tough one, actually. That's a good question. That's from Shema Logmasi. Thank you. I like that. That's a good challenge. I think that with commitment, the easiest way to do it is to start practicing small. So let's say you commit to 10 minutes of meditation per day, or eating an apple a day, or drinking 1 glass of water every time in the morning when you wake up before you brush your teeth. Like, any little commitment, any little habit that you commit to and follow through on will build that part of you that says, oh, I'm the type of guy or girl that actually, I do what I say I will do. And so when you build that self-identity that I'm the type of person that I do what I say I will do, what inevitably happens is every time you say you're going to do something, you follow through. And that's what I did. So when I'm not sure about something, if I'm not really going to do it, I say maybe. Like I'm telling you guys, I'm being honest. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say, hey, I'm sure about this unless I am sure about it. So I'll tell you, hey, this is a difficult question. I can't give you a perfect answer on it. I'll tell you, like I'll admit to it, and people will actually respect you more for that. You'll respect yourself more for that. Because what I used to do, and this is a big mistake, don't make this mistake unless you want to be deeply unhappy, is I used to say, oh, on Monday, I'm going to start eating perfectly. I used to do this at the end, like every weekend, I'll be like, oh, on Monday, I'm going to start eating right. And I'm going to go on a diet. And, you know, I'm going to start exercising. And this is just what was wired into me by, you know, my family, by people around me. They would commit to stuff and it would be like Monday, Monday, Monday. And then Monday comes around. They're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And then it ended up being next Monday. And they'd keep putting it off like that. What's better is, you know what? I'm not going to do all that crazy stuff. I'm just going to go for a 10-minute walk. And then you follow through. And then commitment becomes easy. And again, it is a skill. It's not just an emotion or psychological, it's a skill to get good at committing, get good at following through. It's a practice that you have to consistently do if you want to be really strong at it. How do you deal with self-sabotage from Joseph? That's a great question, actually. With self-sabotage, all your questions are amazing, by the way. I'm really enjoying this, guys. So hopefully you're enjoying it too. Give it a thumbs up if you are. And that way we can do more live streams and answer more great questions like this one from Joseph. How to deal with self-sabotage. So self-sabotage usually comes from a limiting belief. That's what you have to know. There's some belief that says, I don't deserve this, or I'm not good enough, or I'm never going to be able to achieve X, Y, Z. So whenever you get close, what happens is you find a way to bring yourself back to where you were. I just put out a video actually recently where I talked about standards, and I also talked about a little bit mentioned my experience in the US and working with a client one-on-one over there, spending a whole month with him and his wife, actually just living with them, living their life, just being fully immersed. It was beautiful. A lot of great progress came out of it and breakthroughs, and I really enjoyed it. And I know you did too, and they did, and it was incredible. But one thing that I really saw there was when it comes to self-sabotage, you're usually doing it because you think things have to be a certain way. And even though you want something else, whenever you get close to getting what you want, you find a way to get yourself back to what you didn't want because you believe that that's the way it has to be. So what you have to do is shift your belief. And the way you shift your belief is really simple. You tell yourself a different story. You say, well, the way that it has to be for me is I need my relationship to be this quality. And the way it has to be for me is this company has to perform on this level. I won't settle for anything less. People will treat me this way and I won't accept anything that's below that. So you set those standards and you kick in and you say, nothing less than that will do. Now you can't self-sabotage because you're raising your standard. So your standard has to go up. Basically, your thermometer, let me pronounce that correctly, you have to rise the degree. So that you have to rise the temperature, basically, so that every time you go under it, you'll rise back up to it. You want to make it a default. And you have to keep telling yourself this new story, otherwise it won't stick. Because if you're just like, oh yeah, you know, yeah, my standard is I'm going to make $10,000 and you're only making like 2,000 right now. Well, oh yeah, I'm going to make it. And it's like this half-hearted, it doesn't really click. You're not going to shift from that. But if every single day you go in your journal and you write, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm earning $10,000. That used to be my thing. Like year and a half ago, I started telling myself that, you know, I wanted this amount of money and I kept raising it. And now, right now, mine's $100,000 per month, right? So I'm like, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm earning $100,000 per month. And and that shifts your unconscious. You're constantly doing that. You buy into it. You're like, man, it's so awesome now that I'm earning 100K. It's great. It's so great now that I'm earning 10K. I remember I did that with the 10K And I went from making $1,000, $2,000 a month to making $10,000 a month. It happened in like 2 to 3 months. So I know that when you're aggressive with that and you really push yourself and you rewire your unconscious, it works every time. Now, if the number's bigger, sometimes it takes longer. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to tell you that if you tell yourself, I'm making $10,000, it's going to work tomorrow, but it will defeat your self-sabotage in the long run. It won't fix it tomorrow, but over the next few months, over the next few years, it will completely change your life. You have to be consistent. You have to keep doing it. I'm proof of that. If you don't do that, it doesn't work. But if you do, you're golden. So hopefully that helps, Joseph. Thank you for that fantastic question. Oh, there's so many great questions. I really appreciate it, you guys. Please answer my question. I don't know what your question is because I can't see it. Oh, there you go. Sora Deep. How to motivate yourself when you feel lost. By the way, great job on being persistent and keep asking the question, keep putting it in there so that eventually I can get to you. Yeah, so the best way that you motivate yourself when you feel lost. If you feel lost, you need to get clarity. You don't need motivation, because if you're in a car headed off a cliff, the last thing you need is more gas or higher speed. That's not going to help you. You need to figure out what you want. And the way you do that is you think about, what do I enjoy doing? What do I like? Figure out what you like. Start doing more of it. Start exploring other things that you might like. Ask yourself, what else could I like if I like this? If I like playing soccer, maybe I would enjoy hockey. But maybe you hate hockey. You try it and you don't enjoy it. Great. Let's move closer to soccer, or let's do more of this, right? That's fine. But the point being that if you want to not feel lost anymore, you need to discover your likes, go deeper into them, and develop a passion. And that's the way that usually works out very well. Let's see. I'm actually, okay, greetings from Florida. Maria, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of the stream. Okay, great. Thank you guys for all the questions. I really appreciate it. Ron, just stick to your word, mean what you say. Yeah. Good little comment there. How to feel not guilty when someone talk you rudely. Okay, I probably think you mean how to not feel bad basically when someone's rude to you. And again, I actually just recorded a video on this before I got on this stream with you guys. And whenever somebody's criticizing you, whenever someone's giving you negative feedback, think about, are they credible? Are they actually a source of good information? And do they have their own life together? If not, don't listen. Simple. Meditation is boring. It's not supposed to be exciting. Well, actually, it is pretty exciting when you do it for a while. But in the beginning, because you're used to being very stimulated, it feels very boring. How to improve communication skills. You really just have to go out there and talk to more people. Do live streams. But you can do a live stream right now. Maybe there's only 2 people in there, but maybe there's no people in there. But just the practice of it will make you better. I was doing this when there was nobody there. I'll do it even if all you guys leave. I'll just talk. I'll just come up with my own topic. I mean, that's what a video is. I just talk to a camera. It's an inanimate object, and I'm just having fun and sharing. I did that before anybody ever watched me. So you want to get good at communication, just communicate. Do it in the mirror. It doesn't matter. Do a voice recorder. And you grow through self-awareness, which you can get by listening to yourself talk, which usually is very weird if you've never done it before. But it will get you good at seeing what you're actually like, monitoring, and then making improvements. So that would be my best advice. Let me keep going. Please make a video about your profession so that we could get to know you better. Thanks for everything, Raphael. Yeah, I guess I could talk a little bit more about what I'm doing. I tend to just share value. I have that kind of in me where I just want to give to you guys. I don't really want to spend a lot of time going, oh, hey, this is what I'm doing. Look at me. I'm traveling. I mean, recently I went to Amsterdam, then I went to Oklahoma in the US, then I went, before that I went to the UK. So I'm constantly, and the videos that you're seeing are usually pre-scheduled. They're recorded here in the studio. And then you're seeing them come out regularly while even I'm traveling, working with clients, just doing really cool stuff. But I try not to flash that, because to me, whenever a YouTuber does that, like whenever content creators do that, even some of the big guys, I won't mention any names. I don't like picking on people, but a lot of creators do that where they try to just like show off their lifestyle. And to me, it's almost like a crutch to draw people in versus I'd like to just share from my heart. And if it resonates with you, awesome. That means I'm going to connect to the deepest space in you and you're going to resonate with me. And maybe in the long run, we'll end up working together and you have a cool business and I can help coach you, or, I can use my skills, or maybe if not, at least I helped you in some way that was deep and meaningful rather than show you how cool I am. I mean, I could do that all day long. I could be showing off and being flashy, and I probably could sell more products that way. I don't sell any products, by the way. I just do one-on-one coaching, if you guys didn't know that. That's pretty much it. And then I do speaking, and then I do work with companies, which is my big source of income. It's just working with companies and building companies and helping scale them, and replacing the CEO with somebody else that can manage so that they can get passive income and build another company. Stuff like that. It's usually what I'm working on. And then in coaching one-on-one, deep stuff, psychology, really high performance, getting somebody into peak state so that they can go out there and get what they want. So that's at least a little bit of an idea. And then I like working with clients in person too. So that's something I've started doing more. And I still do a lot of Skype coaching. And again, you can work with me. If you click the link in the description, you can go to my website, you can book a free 30-minute session, and then we can see, are we a good fit? If yes, awesome, great. If not, don't worry about it. It's not for you, that's fine. But it is an option. So that's at least an idea for you, since you asked that question. And I really appreciate it. It's nice that you want to know more about me. Maybe I don't share enough. Okay, this single-handedly might be the most overused and dried out question you come across. I watched your How to Flow video, but I don't know why I can't talk the way I want to anybody. From Sage Carino. Well, great question again. I mean, it's usually like when you're stuck in here, you're usually in your head and you're tense in your body. And I'll show you the easiest way to get over that is when you feel uncomfortable. I know this is going to suck. You're not going to like this at all. In fact, you'll probably be like, oh, the moment you hear it, you'll be like, oh, you'll feel that resistance come up. But what I want you to do is when you feel that feeling, to whoever you're talking to, go, hey, I actually can't talk to you the way that I want to talk to you. For some reason, I feel this block. I feel like I can't connect. I feel like I can't share what I'm trying to share. I don't know why that is. But I just wanted to let you know, because I thought maybe if I tell you, it'll go away. And then you might say, hey, actually, it's kind of going away. Thanks for listening. And that gets you out of your head, gets you going, gets you being authentic. Scary, very scary. I know you probably have a ton of resistance. I know I did the first time I started expressing myself and just saying as it is instead of pretending and, playing little games and social facade and all of this, putting on a mask and trying to pretend like everything's good. Like, hey, how are you? Oh yeah, I'm good. What about you? And actually going deep, it's resistance if you've never done it before. So I'm not expecting you to have fun doing it, but try it. And I promise you that things will get better. Okay, there's so many great questions. There's so much good stuff in here. Thank you guys all for joining. If you enjoy this live stream, please give it a thumbs up. I will highly appreciate it, and I'll know that you want more, and we will do more live Q&As. The more likes, let's set a goal right now. We're at 45 likes. If we get to 100 likes, we're going to do an hour. We're at 40 minutes right now. If we get 100 likes, we'll do another live stream early in the coming week. So either it will be on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. If we get to 100 likes by the end of the stream, we'll do another one. If not, that's okay. We'll probably do another one in a week anyway, because you guys already got it to almost 50 likes. So good job. And thank you for joining, and thank you for your questions, because I really like talking to you and giving some answers right here, right now, because again, in my videos, sometimes it's really hard to reach all of you and reply to every single one and make a video and everything. And so I'm so glad that my answer helped you. I'm glad that you asked the question too. Thank you for that. How to get into your life when all you do it's work, homeschool, kids, and take care of the household. Well, really, I would just get clarity on what it is that you're after. Like, what's your goal? What do you want from your life? What are you looking for? What would happiness be for you? What would you enjoy doing more? What really would make your life worth living? What would get you excited? What would make you go, wow, this is really fun? That's really it. I mean, there's so many questions here, so I'm going to actually scroll to the bottom, guys. And if you want to get your question answered, try to repost it right now. and I will try to get back to you right here. And how to manage to do everything: building companies, meeting people, coaching, YouTube, building values. We need more people in the world like you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Building values. How do you do that? It's actually not that hard. I mean, if I coach for 10 hours a week, I make way more money than I need. And if I coach for 40 hours a week, then I'm absolutely crushing it financially. And then working with companies is part of that. So that's easy. Making a video, that's fun. It's easy. You know, growing my audience, it's fun and easy. Sharing with you guys, it's fun and easy. My life is not hard. And I think people think that I work really hard. And you know what? I really don't. I just have fun. I just literally I do what I love doing. So I know there are people out there that make way more money than me. I know there are people that are making hundreds of millions, billions of dollars, right? But I would never want to trade places because I'm literally just doing what makes me the most happy every day. I mean, I'm one of the happiest people you'll ever meet, and there's very, very little that can really get me down. And when it does, I bounce back really fast. And that's because I'm in alignment and I'm just enjoying my life. So seeing me unhappy is rare. And if you do, it's probably because I pushed myself a little too far, or you know, something, an instance happened, and it's just very rare. I'm usually a 10 out of 10 in happiness. And that's really what measures success for me. So I could make way more money. I've had some great offers. I mean, could easily be making millions of dollars right now working for a single entity, one company. And that would be okay, but it would make me happy. So I would never do it. And also, I'm making passive income. I have investments. I mean, I don't usually talk about this much, you guys, but since you're asking me, there you go. It's really not that hard. I mean, I have passive income that alone could support me. I could live off of it. So the way I did that, it's sure is a lot of work initially, establishing all of it, learning how to invest, learning how to be a great coach, learning how to build companies, understanding scaling, understanding marketing, understanding sales. But it only took 4 or 5 years. That's not a long time. And now my life is exactly what I want it to be. I have everything I could ever ask for, a perfect relationship. I mean, great family life, just great, just amazing clients, you know, just clients that I love working with, and an audience, you guys, that supports me in just making great content and sharing from my heart. So literally my whole wish list is ticked off. There's nothing better I could ask for. And it's not hard. I just do it. I just go do it because I love doing it. You could literally start right now making videos. You could reach out to a company, say, hey, let me help you grow. I'll do it for free. Let me get you 10 customers. And if it works, you know, pay me $1,000 a month to help you get 100 customers a month. Okay, great. Yeah, we'll try you out. I mean, it's free. They have nothing to lose. You give them value. They pay you. I mean, this is easy, guys. This is not hard. This is not hard. I can get business today. I want some business. I can get some tonight. It's not hard. It's one phone call. It's one email. It's not out of reach. You don't need a degree. You literally just need to learn to help people. And the way you do that is just read some books, take some courses, you know, go get a decent job. If you don't have any money right now, go get a job, then invest in some good coaching, or invest into some books, or invest into some courses. I personally went for coaching right away because I felt it was more personal and it worked for me. And that's why I offer coaching, because it's what helped me the most. Still do a lot of audiobooks, but you do some self-education, and then you go add value to people in one way or another, whether that's training their dogs, or whether that's, you know, building a construction company. It doesn't matter, or any way you want, but you just figure it out. You learn it, and then you go out, you reach out to people, you make connections. It's not hard. Whether you use LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or you just go to networking events, it doesn't matter. Just genuinely care about people. Try to add value. Go to a networking event, go up to everyone and say, hey, what are you looking for in your business right now? What do you need? Oh, I need more leads. Most people will tell you they just need more leads, more sales, right? Can you fix that problem for them? Okay, great. You're going to get paid a lot. You know, it's not really that complicated. It really is not. Okay, we need more people in the world like you again. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Do you know about Dave Ramsey? From Allison? Yeah, I've heard of him. I've never watched a video of him. I've heard that he talks about saving your money. That's pretty much all I know. I'm a very aggressive investor. Now, hence, I'm 23 years old. If you guys didn't know that, I'm still fairly young, but I'm a very aggressive investor. I'm looking for probably a good 15 to 20% at least, you know, on my more safer investments, such as index funds. I'm looking for between 15 to 20% return on my money, and then When I'm doing more aggressive stuff, I'm looking for more like a 50 to 60% a year. And I mean, it's aggressive. There's definitely risk involved. So saving money, I mean, I don't spend a lot on living expenses. I live well below my means. But at the same time, I also live in Norway, which is a pretty expensive country to live in. However, I keep it pretty minimal. I don't have a lot of stuff. I focus on contributing, adding value, and then I have passive income that supports me because of that aggressive investing philosophy. So that's been my strategy. It's worked well for me. I don't know about Dave Ramsey. I don't know what he recommends. Books which you have felt a game changer. Your recommendations from Pranay. Great question. That's a really good question. I'd say the number one book I've ever read is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, just because it's literally a recipe to be happy. So if you want that, if you just want to be happy, go try Eckhart Tolle's Power of Now, because it gets you out of your head. It gets you present. And that would be my number one. Other great books that I've read is High Performance Habits by Brendon Burchard. Is one of my main recommendations right now, just because there is such a comprehensive overview over everything that you need to do to really be a high performer. And Brendon is a fantastic coach, very high level, very inspirational. So I would definitely read his book. But probably I would get his audiobook because it's even better. And I love audiobooks. So Audible is probably my favorite app of everything. And I use Alexa to read audiobooks out loud for me. And I just say, Alexa, read my audiobook. So that's something that I've never, ever told, you guys. And that's just a cool little thing. If you want, maybe get an Alexa and get her to read you audiobooks every day. Just say, Alexa, read my audiobook. Or you could just get the app on your phone too. That works. I just like Alexa for that. How not to be overprotective of my girlfriend. Please, been watching the whole live video. A fan of you. Oh, great. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad I got to your question. Okay, so not be overprotective. Again, like, why are you worried about her? Why are you? And also, is it a bad thing to be overprotective? Maybe you just care about her. Maybe you should tell her that hey, the reason I'm so overprotective is because I really, really, really love and care about you. And maybe it's a great thing. Maybe she can love you even more because of it. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it doesn't have to be bad. But let's say you're getting a little crazy. She's trying to go and spend time at the library and you're like, honey, where are you going? And then she leaves and you stalk her and you're getting really carried away there. Then my recommendation would be, you need to sit down and really look at what you're concerned about. What are you afraid will happen to her? Are you afraid you're going to lose her? Okay, well, what would happen if you did? And sit there, and I would just meditate on it for about 30 minutes to an hour until you feel peace. Just meditate on that you might lose her one day. She's not yours forever to keep. You don't have a right to keep her. There's nothing that says that she's yours. If she chooses to stay with you, if she does stay with you, great. That's awesome. But you can't command it. You can't force it. You can do your best to influence it. But being overprotective probably isn't helping. So you might just want to quit altogether because it's destroying your relationship. You just need a good enough reason. And then once you have a good enough reason, the how is easy. I mean, you just stop being overprotective. You stop telling her what to do. You stop trying to, just watch over her all the time. And you just let her live her life and then live your life and be happy and aligned. And it's not really that hard, is it? Hopefully that helps. How to deal with haters. I actually just made a video on this. It'll come out on Wednesday. How does self-transformation really happen? Great question. A decision, number one, just being fed up with where you are, not being okay with it anymore. And that goes for whether you're just getting started or you're already making $100,000 a month and you want to go to the next level in your business, or you want to improve your relationship. You're unhappy right now. Whatever it is, transformation is just a decision. It's, I'm done. I don't want this anymore, or I want something different. Let's go figure out how to do it. That's self-transformation in a nutshell. And then you just start reading the books, you start taking action. And then I recommend the number one skill for self-transformation, the number one thing to do to consistently continue and improve your self-transformation is simply write a journal. That's it. Just journal every day, take notes, write down your goals, write down your agenda for the day. Simple, simple, simple. And you start deciding what you're going to do. Really, it's this. Decide on the outcome, the thing that you ultimately want, right? The goal. And then decide, what activity am I going to do to get there? That's the basic formula for any success. So let's say you wanted to be a pro athlete. Let's say you wanted to be the greatest hockey player of all time. Well, in that case, what you'd want to do is you'd want to set that outcome and say, what am I going to have to do every day to become that? And that's it. Now you follow through on that, and that evolves over time, and you get better and better, and that's self-transformation. That's it. Whether it's reading books or skating on the ice or shooting pucks, like whatever it might be, just take the action, and transformation occurs in activity, not through thinking. So hopefully that sheds some light. How to establish deep relationships with people instead of superficial ones. I feel I have more acquaintances than friends. Posted this at least 10 times. Well, I appreciate the persistence again. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gotten your question answered. So good job. Also, a question right underneath is, where did you go to college? I did not go to college. That's the answer. I just built my own business and got very successful fast. Anyway, great question. How do you establish deep relationships? You have to go deep with yourself. That's it. Like, if you're not connected to you, you're not going to establish deep relationships. If you're superficial with you, how much time did you spend really thinking about what you want? How much time did you spend getting clarity on what your goals are? How much time did you spend really connecting to your soul, to your heart, to your intuition, to your gut, and to your true mission and purpose in life? And if you're finding that you're having shallow relationships, it's usually because you have a shallow relationship with you. So if you deepen that relationship with you, your relationships with everybody else in your life instantly increase in value, increase in quality. They will deepen, but they won't deepen unless you deepen it with you. If you're missing something on the outside, you need to do it within. That's always the law. The universe, the world, only mirrors what's already going on inside of you. That's why when I was suicidal, when I was 16 years old, I felt like everybody hated me and the world was a miserable place, whereas now I feel everyone loves me and the world is the most wonderful place. Interesting. It's the same world. What changed? Nothing really changed. Did the government change? No, not really. Did the people change? No, not really. What changed? I changed. I changed. I connected to myself. I found out what I really wanted. I got clarity and I started going for it. And all of a sudden, all my relationships work. All of a sudden, everyone supports me. All of a sudden, everyone loves me. I mean, it's not an accident. It's all in you. What's going on in your head? Everything you see, everything you experience, it starts in here. And if you shift this, everything outside, it's easy. It's really easy. Guys, if we could get the likes up to, you know what? If we could do 75, we'll do another live stream the day after tomorrow. So on Monday. So pop some thumbs up if you want it. If you don't, that's cool too. I mean, we don't have to do it. It's all good with me. We can do it next week on Saturday again, like it is right now. But if we get 75, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, I'm having fun. I love answering your questions. I love helping you as much as I can, you know. I'm having fun. So if you would like that, and if you're enjoying this and you just want to show your support, that thumbs up button, it lets me know. It lets me know. I'm not even going to post this video, so it doesn't help with ranking or getting more views. It just tells me that you like it. You're enjoying it. So if you give it a thumbs up, I'll know that you want me to do this again. That's it. The questions also, the amount of questions tells me that you definitely want me to do it again too. So that's great. I will have time probably for a couple more questions. I admire you, man. Not only do you enjoy aiding others, but you've made it such a passion that you've given these people the ability to find theirs. God be with you. I'm glad your smile brings more. Well, thank you so much, Sage Carino. I really appreciate your kind, loving words. It really does warm my heart because you guys are the ones that are watching, supporting, making this possible. So thank you for joining me here. Raphael, keep doing your thing. You're dropping major jewels in the game. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hopefully it stands out from all the other self-help advice that's out there. I try to be just pure, authentic, heart-based stuff, and I don't try to be flashy. I don't try to be fancy. I just share what's going on in here, and hopefully you guys get value from it. And if you don't, I'd still be doing it. So that's where it's at for me. And if you guys enjoy that and it helps you, then I'm happy and grateful that I'm able to contribute, because honestly, that's all I ever wanted to do, is just help people live their dream. I'll tell you that my main thing is always just helping people live their dream, because I get to live mine. I mean, and even if I didn't get paid to do it, I'd still do it, because I'm still living my dream. I'm still just making content, doing what I love. It doesn't matter. Do people watch? Don't they watch? I mean, it's no difference. How's life in Norway? It's great. Thank you for asking. I love Norway. I actually just came back from Oklahoma. I've been back for about a week and a half. So big weather contrast, but very nice. I do love it over here. You made my day. Thank you so much. Well, Dimitri, I'm really happy. I'm really happy that I made your day. It didn't take a lot. I answered that question. Okay, I think I need to... Oh, Power of Now is the name of that book, Pranay. You're amazing. Thank you. You guys are so kind. High Performance Habits. Yeah, that's the other one. Great. By the way, thank you for helping each other out. That's really nice. What's your backstory? Yeah, I mean, again, I've sort of shared a little bit already on this live stream, but when I was 16, I was depressed, social anxiety. Really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I mean, I was miserable. I wanted to kill myself. And I was certain that that's exactly what was going to happen. I happened to get a little bit of support through a psychologist, actually a local psychologist here in Norway. And what that did for me is it gave me a chance to at least express some of those pent-up emotions. Now, it didn't really move me forward much, but it did give me the platform to share and kind of express some of that trauma and some of the dark things that were going on. And then what happened is I actually took a year and I went to the UK as an exchange student, and I met my girlfriend there, and we've been together for we've been together for nearly 6 years. Wow, that's incredible. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, it's the relationship keeps getting better and better. So that's where that started. And we moved to Norway together. We started just by sharing one janitor job. I mean, that's literally all we could do. And I would babysit and do little odd jobs like drive people and run little errands and get paid a little bit. And I really struggled for a while. Started making videos every day. 6 months in, I got my first client, one-on-one coaching. I was sweating. I was terrified. I was nervous. It was a really terrifying experience, but actually ended up happening that first potential client call, that person wanted to work with me, and it was beautiful. We worked together for a month. It was my first experience. I started getting more and more clients. Before you knew it, I 10x'd what I was making as a janitor. Before you know it, I was hitting 6 figures, all just snowballed really, really fast. I was coaching people, helping people, just sharing the stuff that, I was learning, just really just being authentic. No real fancy tricks, no smart marketing. Honestly, I was just doing what I loved. So it grew. Before you knew it, companies were looking at me, wanting me to work with them and scale and build. And I was coaching a few CEOs. I was coaching people that were building companies. I mean, I have clients that I worked with for 4 years that have now really sprouted into company leaders, and they're giving me opportunities to work with them and their teams. And so it's just grown and grown and grown that way. I just kept pouring it on. Let's see here. There are so many questions. Guys, I don't think I can keep up with everything. He's 23 years old. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to answer one last question. So pop yours in there. Give a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this. This is going to be the last one. Whoever gets there. How can you find your niche on YouTube? Great. Okay, so I'll answer this as the last one. From the core of my heart, it really is. So how can you find your, okay, wow. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Like I can't keep up. I'm trying to look on the screen, but I'll answer this last one because you popped in first. How can you find your niche on YouTube? Can you find your niche on YouTube? How can you find your niche on YouTube? Okay, so that's the question. I would say that you, again, just look at your likes. You look at the things that you already enjoy doing. You look at the things that are already fun to you, and you just start making content around it. I mean, somebody might like it. Somebody might start watching you. Maybe nobody will, but do it because you enjoy doing it. I mean, there's no point doing YouTube if you're trying to go for the money. I know so many guys. Power of Now, who's the author? Okay, so there's just so much popping up on my screen there. I'm trying to keep up, guys. So Power of Now, it's by Eckhart Tolle. Power of Now, not Power of Nots. just correct you there. Yeah, so really just do what you like doing already. Share, you know, don't try to come up with something and try to find this specific niche. Just do what you already like doing and share that. And if that connects with people, awesome. Find a way to build a company around it. Keep being, you know, keep pushing on that dream, keep pushing on that passion of yours. And then you'll see that really it's going to develop into something. That's what happened for me. So that's the last one I'm going to do. We hit the hour mark. Guys, if you enjoyed this, please thumbs up and let me know to do it again. I really do appreciate it. And thank you so much for joining. Every single one of you, all your questions. I'm sorry if I didn't get to all of you. Tried my very best. I appreciate every single one of you joining. Thank you so much. Love you guys. I will talk to you very soon. You can look forward to the next video about how to deal with haters, actually. Someone was just asking that. It will come out on Wednesday. And hopefully we'll do a live stream too. Coming up pretty soon. Thank you guys. See you all very soon. Bye-bye.